This is another video from Ewu Bodycam, but I did see it while scrolling on YouTube and it looked interesting. I'm not gonna lie to you. Predator gets caught in front of his dad. There's nothing better than a predator getting caught in front of his family, a spouse, at work. Let's go.
We're going from looking at feet, looking at shoes, stealing some shoes, and now we're touching people and breaking into their rooms.
Whoa, what?
The big thing that I got going on, it's like a foot fetish, you want to call it.
So entering their rooms and touching their feet and legs, that's this step.
Bro, what? You have a foot fetish that bad, bro?
What would be the next step after that?
What started out as a burglary turned into a nightmare for multiple women on what should have been a relaxing 4th of July weekend.
This guy, I
A
can already
resort
tell, is
nestled
sick.
on the coast of Lake Tahoe, Nevada, became the center of this bizarre crime spree during the
sick.
nights of June 30th and July 3rd, 2022.
Okay.
The events earned the assailant the nickname Foot Fondler.
The foot fondler.
The escalating nature of his crimes leaves investigators asking what drove him to commit these strange acts,
The
and what
goonery.
was he planning to do next.
The
I don't
goonery.
know why I would do it. It was really stupid.
Stop
Do you think
doing
you'll be
it.
able to stop?
It's August 1st in the residential neighborhood of Atwater, California, where two investigators with the Douglas County Sheriff's Office have traveled over 200 miles to serve a fugitive warrant. Nearly a month after the incidents that
Damn.
terrorized the residents of Lake Tahoe, the investigators prepare to question 26-year-old Mark Anthony Gonzalez, leading to an unusual conversation with
Grown ass man breaking into people's houses to touch their feet.
disturbing insights and
Okay.
jaw-dropping revelations.
Big
The following
24.
footage has never been seen before.
Are you Mark?
Yes.
Hi, Mark. I'm Detective Jenkins. You're with partner Detective Schultz.
Oh, brother.
Would you mind stepping back towards you?
Pleasure, Mike. Good morning.
We're
How are
gonna
you?
walk this way.
I'm not shaking his hand personally.
So, Mark, the reason that we're here to I'd like to chat with you a little bit about your family vacation to Lake Tahoe around the 4th of July.
Okay.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about your vacation?
We just went over there to, have a good time 4th of July weekend. We just went over there to, we normally go every year, 4th of July. We went boating and just things like that.
Just things like
Wanted to have a
that.
good time. That's it. Nothing too big.
The officer is well
Bad
aware
answer.
that Mark's definition of a good time goes beyond boating on the lake, but before she confronts him with what she knows, she first informs him of his Miranda rights.
Yep,
but
gotta do
Mark
that.
chooses to be anything but silent.
Dumbass.
So, I'd like to talk to you about some of your activities while you were up in Lake Tahoe.
Okay.
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 Specifically, the rooms that you went into of the women and touching their feet. And before you tell me that you didn't do anything like that, I'm going to tell you just this is your one opportunity to be straightforward with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I know that it was you because you left your fingerprints behind.
According to victim statements, on the nights of July 2nd and 3rd, Mark entered two separate rooms at the resort through unlocked sliding glass doors.
That's scary.
One woman described waking up as her blankets were being lifted from her body, while another was awoken by the sensation of someone rubbing her legs and feet. The officers will soon confront Mark with more disturbing details from these incidents.
If you're just breaking or breaking into resort rooms to do that to women, bro, chair.
But for now,
Chair.
they continue to question him about his deranged motive.
Chair.
So I don't understand why
Electric
you did those
chair.
things. I'm trying to understand. I've never met you. I don't
Yup.
know anything about you.
Yeah.
So can you kind of explain it to me?
Just out of dumbness. I don't know why I would do it. It was really stupid.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm sure you can appreciate 4th of July. There's a ton of women up there. Why those rooms? Why did you go into those rooms?
Every room looks the same. It was out of dumbness that I did it. And
Obviously.
I don't know why I would do it. Just a stupid thing.
Obviously.
But, yeah.
How did you get into the rooms? I mean, how did you just, I guess, pick the room or decide
Well,
what
because
room?
every room looks the same. I honestly did think they were like the rooms that I was supposed to come back into, but they all look in that resort like they're all the same rooms.
Bad lie.
I just went in just through the back.
Mark can't seem to decide whether he entered their rooms by mistake or if he had a more nefarious purpose.
He knew what he was
Thankfully,
doing.
the officer gives no attention to his excuse.
Yup.
So you went in,
Yeah.
and then the ladies explained to me that you were rubbing their legs and their feet. What's the deal with that?
Just a dumb thing that I have. It's like, look,
So first off, you're breaking in to do bad things to women, And the bad things you're doing is rubbing their legs and feet. You are a sick weirdo, bro.
Little fetish thing that I got going on.
I don't know you, so
Fetish.
explain it to me. Just explain it to me. No judgment.
Yeah.
No zero
Well,
judgment.
it's like a big thing that I got going on. It's like like a foot fetish, you want to call it.
Okay.
And
You gotta be a
it's
special person,
stupid.
bro.
Have
I know,
you
it's-
have you done anything like this before?
No.
Mark is quick to deny it, but as it will soon be revealed, this isn't the first time his self-described foot fetish would land him in hot water with the police.
That's so weird.
For now, the officer attempts to figure out his state of mind and learns something that may suggest Mark's crimes are escalating.
Foot
What
fetish
was
is crazy.
the draw, or what was exciting about it for you? Was it the feet themselves? Was it the excitement of the I shouldn't be doing this? What was the deal with that?
Honestly, I really don't know. It's just like wanting to go the next step, you know? Like,
Yeah.
The next step for you is rubbing girls' legs and feet at the ripe age of 26 years old.
I don't know.
What's the first step?
Well, just like watching
I hear you say that you have
things,
a foot fetish. Okay, what
Yeah.
kind of stuff do you watch?
just like dumb, like just random, you know.
Just
Like
like
regular, or is there like I don't know?
It's
Is
just
there like
it's just
foot-
regular. It's just there is, but I just normally just do the regular.
Have you ever done anything like that, like stolen shoes, taken shoes,
No,
anything
no.
like
That'd be
that?
crazy.
I bought in shoes from women and
Women's
stuff.
shoes.
Like
Bro, grown man is out here buying shoes from women. I bet he's doing it just to sniff it, bro. What is wrong with our world these days, bro? I've heard of bath water before. I've heard used shoes now. I've heard of socks, bro. Like, what are we doing?
online and all that.
Is
The
that not
officer isn't
fucking
simply making an
disgusting?
educated guess about his activities. While she's keeping her awareness of Mark's history close to the vest for now, she'll soon explain what she knows about the case in shocking detail. In the meantime, as Officer Jenkins continues to question Mark, Officer Schultz decides to call in for backup to prevent an uncomfortable situation from unfolding
Sure.
when a family member begins watching the encounter from a distance.
Sure.
Hey, could you ask a unit to meet us over here? Yeah, we're going to be doing that here shortly. So we just, like for black and white, we got a family member that's out here just for a cover for us.
So I'm gonna be honest with you. I have no idea why I would do that. It's just like a thing that I have going on, and I know it's not the right thing,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
Unfortunately, no, it's
Yeah.
not. Have you spoken with someone about
I've spoken to a therapist, but like
what have you
it's been a
learned?
while.
Okay.
Yeah, a few things.
You
I
have
try
not
to cope with
spoken
it,
to
wear
a
a little,
therapist about a foot
wristband and
fetish.
stuff to kind of cope with that situation.
While the use of a wristband is a documented tactic used by some psychologists to mitigate unwanted behaviors, it's interesting to note that Mark does not appear to be wearing one.
When you say you wear a wristband to like,
Well, it's just like if I do get into that stage, I'll normally try to wear it, and it'll snap me out of things doing weird things like
A
that.
wristband will get rid
Have
of your
you-
foot fetish.
been doing weird
Right.
things like that for some time?
No, just watching. Like I said, watching just kind of copes with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
See what
Gentlemen-
deal with it.
Gentlemen,
Yeah.
stop
How long
watching
have you
that.
had the foot fetish?
Honestly, like more than 7 years.
Stop watching that stuff, guys. Trust me, it turns you into this guy right here. At least moderate it, bro. At least moderate it.
It's been a
And
while.
how old are you? 26, right?
26. Yeah.
So
This guy's a
before you
super
were an
gooner.
adult.
Yeah.
How did you? I guess.
I guess people just like have their own thing, Like,
Sure.
I guess
What's the
that's how
first time that you remember having like a thing for feet? Like, how did you discover it?
I honestly have no idea. I think I might have seen something that I liked during watching something like that. And it stuck with me
Just
for, like,
stuck with you.
for a while. Yeah, it just
Okay.
never went away.
After gaining some insights into Mark's compulsions, the officer circles back to the incident that brought them to his front door and refers to an earlier statement he made that has some deeply unsettling implications.
You know that you have this foot fetish, and then this was because you wanted to. I think you said take the next step.
Yeah.
What? So entering their rooms and touching their feet and legs.
That's the next step.
This step. What would be the next step after that?
Right?
I mean, I'm not too sure. Just something going on with like
Was there more that you were wanting to do that you didn't?
No.
Right.
Please forgive the personal nature of my questions, and I know it might be awkward talking to a female. If you prefer to talk
No,
to
no,
me,
it's fine.
I appreciate your honesty. I do. No judgment from me. Okay, no
Yeah.
matter what we talk about. zero judgment,
Yeah.
and we all have our
Cop.
stuff, right?
Yup, sure.
When you were in the rooms with the women, there was some thought that perhaps you were you in the women's rooms,
No, just watching, touching.
watching, touching
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, touching yourself. Okay.
No, just watching.
He just exposed himself in 4K. If you can do that just looking at feet, bro, you're...
And
Watching them.
yeah.
Okay.
Mark
you need
struggles
help.
to get his story straight, and the officer isn't buying it.
I wasn't even sure if she was a woman. To be honest with you.
What?
I just went in there and just like had it done this. Just like I
Well,
said, wanting to.
You can
And
tell
Mark,
if it's
this
a
is the
woman
part where
by the
let's just
foot.
be honest with each other, okay? I don't
Yeah.
think that you went into a random room. I don't think that you're into guys' feet.
No.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think you're into guys' feet.
Yeah.
So I think that you probably knew that it was a woman, and I'm not judging you, okay?
Actually,
but
I really didn't
just-
know, like, because it was so dark. I didn't.
so did you just randomly start checking doors and find one that's unlocked, or what?
Yeah.
How many times do you recall doing that? Obviously, I know the
That's-
answer, but I'm going to see if you
That's how you get shot, buddy.
can be honest with me. How many times do you recall doing that?
Doing
Going into a woman's room, rubbing her feet and her legs, or trying to.
This is the only first time
How
first
many
time I've done it
people-
like there.
Mark's heavy emphasis on the word there is troubling to say the least, and
yeah.
begs the question, was it really his first time?
When you were up in Tahoe, I understand that.
Yeah.
How many times while you were there?
Just twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you try to get into another room, but the door was locked?
No.
There was actually 3 times.
Just once that I went in.
Okay.
For the one that was open.
This would turn out to be a lie.
Oh, yeah.
Mark may have been stopped due to one locked door, but it did little to slow him down, as he brazenly broke into not one, but 2 other rooms.
Okay.
Yeah.
You went in the ones that
Yeah.
were open. Okay. So 2 times, and then only went in the ones that were open.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, you kind of hit the nail on the head. Going into a woman's room
Yeah.
without their permission,
Yup.
touching them without their permission,
Yup.
that's a crime. I'm sure you understand that.
Yeah. I don't know why I would do it. Like I said, it's like stupid.
No, I hear you. I hear you what you're saying, and it sounds to me like this is something that you've been kind of battling for some
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
been a
No
Are your parents
excuses.
aware of the struggle that you
They
have?
are.
They are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do they know what you did in Tahoe?
Yeah.
Just tell them?
They do.
Okay. When did you tell them?
Well, they found out. I didn't tell them.
Oh,
They found out.
how did they find out?
My sister told them. You know,
How does
hey,
your
there's this
sister
thing
know?
Going on over there.
And then they figured
Yeah.
it out
Yeah. Because
through the
my
news.
past. Yeah. Yeah.
So your sister saw the news?
Yeah.
Kind of called you out on it?
Kind of. Yeah.
Well, why don't you call me? Well, why you make me drive all the way here? Why don't you call me? Come on now.
Scared.
I know, I get it. I
Yeah.
get it. And I understand where you're coming from.
Put these cuffs
and
on,
unfortunately,
buddy.
You are going to have to be held accountable
Yep.
for your crimes.
Put these cuffs on, buddy.
So I have a warrant for your arrest. Okay.
Okay.
Yep, GG.
I do appreciate your honesty. Thanks for the conversation. I think that goes a long way to speak to the kind of man that you are.
Yeah.
A lot of guys would just stand here and be like, I don't know what you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
The discussion between Mark and Officer Jenkins is far from over, as he has more jaw-dropping confessions to share.
Oh, brother.
In the meantime, Mark's father has seen the handcuffs go on and has finally decided to get closer to the situation.
Dad's coming up behind you. Do you want me to inform you that your dad of what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Hugo. Hi. So he informs me that he's already spoken with you about the things that he did in Tahoe.
What he did?
While Mark's father claims to be unaware of the events, what he says next reveals he knows more than he's letting on.
So he entered the rooms of multiple women. So I have a warrant for his arrest. There's 4 different charges. 2 are burglary, which is a felony in the state of Nevada.
Damn.
Which you didn't steal anything.
It doesn't matter.
Burglary is running up in there, bro. It's just entering a place that's not yours forcibly.
Burglary's not stealing.
Doesn't have to be
Burglary
forcibly.
in the state of Nevada is defined as entering any structure with the intent to commit larceny,
Sure.
assault, battery, or any other felony once inside.
Okay.
Touching another person's body against their will is a battery. Okay?
Okay.
So that's included in the statute of burglary.
Okay.
Okay? And then battery and attempted battery. So there's 4 different charges. I'm sorry.
Battery's
you know,
kinda
it sounds like he's been
interesting.
struggling with this for quite some time. So unfortunately, I believe he's escalating a little bit. I know he's already seeing a counselor, is what he told me, but he hasn't in a minute. Maybe we need to revisit that.
Yup.
But that what's going on. So he just asked that I kind of fill you in, and so I wanted to fill you in.
I kind of noticed that when you were talking, you were trying to get him to admit something like a type of charge, like something that has to do with.
No, he
No.
so he has priors here. I don't know
Don't defend him, bro.
if you're aware of his history with Atwater Police Department or Merced County Sheriff's Office.
I get it's
He
your
has prior
son,
contacts, and during those contacts, their cases, there was some information given to me that maybe he had been after taking some women's shoes or touching himself.
According to
Proper
the
sick
Atwater
fuck.
Police Department, Mark was suspected of stealing women's shoes from porches and garages in his neighborhood.
Bro, are you actually serious? You're that down bad for the smell of a foot? You need serious help in life, bro.
Leading to one sergeant giving
That's
him
sad.
the nickname, the Shoe Bandit. But this won't be the only shoe-related incident, as a report will reveal later.
I do think that he has a fetish that's kind of got the better of him, and he's having some decision-making issues,
Couldn't be me.
and it's escalating. We're going from looking at feet, looking at shoes, stealing some shoes, and now we're touching people and breaking into their rooms, right?
While Mark waits in handcuffs, the second unit Officer Schultz requested has still not arrived.
Hey, it's Schultz from Douglas County again. Hey, just want to let you know we're code 4 with one in custody. Could one of your units transport him for us, or do we need to transport him to your facility? There's a 20-plus ETA. We're 14 minutes out from the facility. We want to just go.
Yeah, I can just you want to just put him in the front? Yeah, that sounds good.
While letting a suspect sit in the front seat
That's
beside
crazy.
the arresting officer is unusual, it's the following conversation that takes place between the two that will surely raise a few
Oh
eyebrows.
shit.
Not going to attack me while I drive, right? No. Well, you say that, but I've had people attack me while I was driving, so I just want to make sure that that's not a deal. No, you've been a perfect gentleman, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
Left at the stop sign.
Left?
You know he's staring at her feet, bro. You know he's waiting for her to.
You be my driver. He's promised he's not going to attack me while I'm driving.
Of course, why would I do that?
I don't know. People do silly things.
As the conversation continues, the questions from Officer Jenkins veer more and more into deeply unsettling territory.
If the women had woken up, did you have a plan as to what you were going to do after that?
Just the same day.
Just winging it?
Yeah.
Did you have a thought or fantasy of how it might go in your mind?
No, not really. Yeah.
Cap.
Did it bother you at all that, like, they were sleeping next to their husband?
Disturbingly, in both
What?
instances, the women were not alone. When one victim nudged her husband awake, he reported seeing a shadowy figure at the foot of their bed. After shouting at the unknown person, he then chased him through the sliding door, but lost sight of him shortly after.
Yeah, I'm not losing sight of him, bro. I'm beating his face in the dirt, bro. You break into my room and put my girl's foot in your mouth? Nah, bro.
I guess not specifically the husband, but that they were next to someone that have anything to do with it.
Yeah, he a little
But I guess was it more exciting for you that way because it was a little more scary? Or
No, it's just the same.
so what part of it was exciting for you? Was it the entering the room secretly? Was it the actual feet and legs and being able to touch them, or what was the most
Probably just
exciting
the
thing
feet.
for you?
Yeah,
just the feet.
the feet. Like,
Is there-
not entering or nothing like that.
Is there a particular type of feet or legs that you like?
Not really. Probably just like ones that are nice, nicely groomed. Like, I don't know.
Is it
I
women's
can't hate
feet,
on it
men's
for-
feet, all
Just women's feet,
Just
yeah,
women's feet.
yeah.
Okay.
Look, there's nothing wrong with a perfectly groomed, like a nice foot. But if you have a fetish, bro,
I can't honestly say I've ever
And-
watched it. What?
not just that, because I mean, like some people, you can't really do anything about that. But if you have a foot fetish and you're doing this,
Would foot consist of?
Just doing it with the feet is all
Okay.
it is. It's not something big.
So like feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just that.
All right. Have you ever tried it?
Yeah, I've tried it.
How'd it go?
Good.
Yeah, you enjoyed it?
Yeah.
With a consenting partner?
Yeah. I mean, I guess that would help me out. Like, you know.
If you had a consenting
Yeah.
partner.
Obviously.
The officer's line of questioning is far from over, and there's still one important question about his behavior she has yet to ask.
Do you
Shit.
think you'll be able to stop? I mean, honestly.
If I have a partner, maybe. Yeah, of course.
Have you been in like a committed relationship where that was a thing?
No.
So you're not sure?
No.
It's weird, bro.
I've never actually like done that, like dated or anything like
Okay.
that, or like looked for, you know, like.
So just had encounters?
Yeah. Right now, what I'm doing is actually buying the shoes from the woman online, and that's kind of coping with my problem.
That's
Okay.
coping.
After his identity in this case was revealed to the public, one woman came forward with a troubling story about an interaction with
bro.
Mark on the website OfferUp.com. The truth of the matter has not been verified, and the statements made by this individual only reflect their opinion.
Let me hear it.
According to her statement, Mark was interested in purchasing a pair of high-heeled shoes from her, but first requested she put the shoes on and take pictures of her feet. She refused and immediately ceased all communication with him.
That's weird.
9 other postings on his seller profile showed that Mark was attempting to sell or give away various pairs of women's sandals, flip-flops, and high heels, which may be what prompts Officer Jenkins to ask the following question.
Is there a particular type of shoe that you like?
Open-toed shoes.
Okay.
Anything open-toed.
So they
I'm
show
not
the
into
feet?
like the closed-toed or anything like that.
Okay.
What do you mean?
So you got to be able to see the feet.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever had the compulsion to hurt
No.
feet or anything like that, or did you have any thought of hurting the women when you were
no.
touching their feet and legs?
No.
Okay.
Finally arriving at the Merced Police Department, the officers prepare to take Mark in for processing. Ironically, a routine procedure will end up giving Mark a taste of his own medicine.
Lift up the bottom of your feet so I can see the bottom. Yeah. Separate your toes for me. Perfect. Relax.
While it's impossible to know what Mark may have been planning to do next, it's clear that his unsettling obsession was taking a dangerous turn. Shortly after his arrest in Atwater, California, Mark Anthony Gonzalez was extradited to Nevada to face charges where the crimes occurred.
Nice.
He pleaded guilty to 2 counts of felony burglary and was sentenced to 20 years in prison.
Good fucking
In
shit.
addition, Mark was ordered to pay the family's restitution in the amount of $435. He was later transferred back to his home state, where he remains incarcerated at the Substance Abuse Treatment Facility and State Prison in Corcoran, California. He will be eligible for parole no sooner than February of 2032.
So he had to pay them families only $400? I mean, I guess. But damn, 20 years is fire, bro. 20 years is nice. Touching children, 6 years. Touching feet is 20. Yeah. Tahoe toe toucher's clean. Child predators should get this sentence at the very least. That is crazy, but I mean, hey. Maybe don't burglarize and touch women's feet. There's nobody left. Set up the bro with a play, don't fumble it. Damn, he fumbled the ball, I gotta recover it. East Street lacking, other bitch caught up. He spun back, that's not what I taught him. Now I gotta make the play.